We've seen how to create a stylistic background in 2 dimensions. Now it's time to do the same thing in Blender using 3 dimensions. To navigate into the 3rd dimension, or depth dimension in Blender, we use the scroll wheel of our mouse. Scroll in and out with the scroll wheel. To look at our scene from any viewpoint, hold down the middle mouse button and drag. To pan your view of the scene, hold down the Shift key, then press the middle mouse button and drag. You can tell that an object is selected by the orange boundary surrounding it. By double-clicking an open space, you can deselect any object or group of objects. Press B on your keyboard to box select any object or group of objects. Press G on your keyboard to move any selected object. To move your object only in one direction, press G and begin to move your object, then add the middle mouse button to continue in that direction. Let's add more faces to our box, and then smooth the box by pressing W several times. When the box looks like a smooth sphere, apply these changes. Press Tab on your keyboard to enter the Edit mode. In this mode or space, we can deal with points, edges, and polygons. The orange highlighted icon below shows we're dealing with faces. Deselect this checkbox so that we can see all the faces in front and behind. Let's now create some keyboard shortcuts to make easy ways to navigate to the front, left, right, and top views. From the File menu, select User Preferences, and then click the Input tab and check Emulate Numpad. We can now quickly navigate to an orthographic right view by pressing 3 on the keyboard. Press B on your keyboard and box select the left half of the ball. Press X on the keyboard to delete it. Do the same thing with the bottom of the ball. We now have half of a hemisphere or an amphitheater shape. Press A on your keyboard to select all faces. Then go to the Mesh menu and select Normals Recalculate Inside. This makes the inside of the amphitheater ready for paint. Press S on your keyboard and scale the dome outwardly. Press the T key on your keyboard to open up the Sensei panels. Then click this full screen icon to simplify the view. Press this brush icon to create a layer to paint on. Then press this button to disable external lighting. On the left is our brush and color panel. Decrease the strength of any color by sliding this to the left. Choose a vivid blue sky color. To resize the brush, press X on the keyboard, then move the mouse left or right. Begin painting the sky, leaving some white areas for clouds. Decrease the size of the brush to begin adding more detail and color. Choose a deeper blue from the color wheel. Resize the brush and increase the strength slightly. Use this color to solidify the shape of your clouds. For a complete selection of your painting tools, press Spacebar and select Smear from the menu. This is a very powerful and versatile tool for adding all kinds of sky effects. Though it may not look like it at the moment, we're actually painting in 3D, producing a wraparound sky dome. Hold down the spacebar and choose the Draw tool again. Then select a purplish color from the color wheel. Start adding this color to the bottom of clouds and the shaded areas as well. Now select a grayish color from the color wheel and slide this slider downward. Focus this darker shading primarily on the bottoms of the clouds. Holding down the middle mouse button and dragging shows that we really are painting on the inside of an amphitheater shape. Choose a yellowish color, lower the strength, and then add some of this to the clouds. Choose a pure white from the color wheel, and then increase the strength slightly. Use this to add detail to your clouds. Increase the strength of your paint until you get the precise effect you're looking for. Add some very rough white highlights. Don't worry because we'll smear these into smoothness later. When using the smear tool, try not to obliterate any detail and contrast. Choose the Draw tool again by pressing spacebar on your keyboard and selecting Draw. Make a gray color, lower the strength, and add some more shading to the bottom of each cloud. Use the Smear tool to soften all the edges. To get the best rendering possible, sometimes it's best to change the blend mode to multiply. We'll use this 3D dome to add depth to our scene by panning and rotating the view. By choosing the Draw tool again and a soft white-gray color, we can tone down some of our purplish hues. Choose a slightly more vivid yellow color and add this randomly to the clouds. Use your scroll wheel and the middle mouse button to rotate and view your scene from many angles.